Why Snowflake? So Snowflake is used by data analysts, data scientists, and AI. So for their analytical purpose. So Snowflake falls into a category of OLAP operations. So online analytical operations or online analytical processing, we are using Snowflake, which is a data warehouse or a cloud data warehouse. And why Snowflake is so popular? So because of its costing. So it is very cheap. And not only that, Snowflake is coming up with three layered architecture. So the first one going to a storage layer. So the Snowflake is trying to store their data in AWS or Azure or GCP, and they try to store the data in a format of a columnar storage, and they decoupled both storage layer and a compute layer. So what happens, as your storage capacity is increasing or using a lot of storage, now the computation, what is computation here? In order to retrieve the data or storing the data, and you want to get a top 10 sales or you want to get the top 10 customers, so you are retrieving the data. If both are at one place, so the performance of your retrieval going to be dropped. For that reason, they separated storage layer and a compute layer. Now you are able to go back and you can come up with another layer called as query processing layer in your Snowflake, so which is used to create a virtual warehouse, to create your compute resources, to come up with elastic scaling, to come up with a parallel execution. All this high performance you are able to achieve it in Snowflake with a lesser costing with the help of our query processing layer. And finally, we got cloud service layer, where exactly you create tables, where you create users, where you create even virtual warehouses. So where you create tables, where you create schemas, where you create databases, where you create materialized views, staging, so change data capture, so on and so forth. So Snowflake is highly loaded for data engineers, for data scientists, for data analysts. So now if you are getting into data roles, Snowflake is one of the must-have skill in your resume. So to know more about it, you can watch my video to get started on Snowflake.